Financial Education has one of the top YouTube channels on the financial markets, and every day he posts new videos discussing what went over the markets that day, and I highly recommend you check it out. He does amazing work. In a recent video, he released his portfolio, and I'm going to go over each of these positions one by one and show you how he could have tripled his returns investing the exact same amount of money in each of these stocks. However, instead of buying the stock, I'm going to show you how he could have used call options to maximize his returns safely. As you can see on the very far right hand column, this shows his cost basis. Right here, $22,212 is how much money he has bought in Alibaba stock. And as you can see, it shows his average price per share that he bought the stock at. Now, because I don't know when he bought these stocks, I'm going to go back to the last time that the stock traded close to this price. And we're going to go ahead and spend that same $22,212 to buy the 80 Delta call option with the furthest expiration away in the future. And we're going to go ahead and do this for each and every one of these stocks. For instance, the last time that Alibaba stock traded for near $158.66 was January 28th of 2019. So what I did was I went and used Thinkorswim. They have a feature called Think Back where you can go back and look at historical prices of the stocks and the options associated with them. So if you can see here, we're just going to go ahead and go back to January 28th right there, enter, and you can see that day the stock closed at $158.92. So like I said, we're going to go ahead and go to the furthest away option. In this case, January 15th of 2021. So this has over 2 years until it expires. So we're going to go down here and we're going to go ahead and buy the 80 Delta call. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to say that we spent that same $22,000, but instead of buying the stock, we spent all of that on buying these 80 Delta long-term expiration options. So each of these contracts trades for around a mid price of $5,500. So that would get us about 4 contracts worth of that $22,000. So with $22,000, we can buy about 4 contracts. So I went ahead and I made some quick spreadsheets reflecting this data. And as you can see, it says that you could have bought $22,212 worth of stock and made $4,600. Or you could have spent $22,000 to buy 4 contracts at the 80 Delta, and you would have nearly tripled your profits, making $11,500. For serious logic, you would have doubled your profits buying the call options instead of the stock. In e.l.f. Beauty products, you would have quadrupled your profits buying the 66 Delta call options instead of the stock. And I used the 66 Delta because the only other option close to 80 was the 88 Delta, but I didn't want to buy that expensive of an option, so I went with the 66 Delta instead. And again, with Callaway Golf, you would have quadrupled your profits by buying the 80 Delta call options instead of the stock. And in Facebook, you would have more than doubled your profits by buying the call options instead of the stock. In Skyworks Solutions, again, you would have more than doubled your profits. In Tesla, you would have doubled the loss, but the loss was so small anyways, it actually did not end up making a very large difference in the end result of this portfolio. And finally, in Whirlpool, he would have tripled his profits in comparison to buying the stock. So in total, the stock portfolio returned $53,050, while the option portfolio returned $153,173, about tripling the returns of the portfolio.